PiedPiper story is a lot darker than you think. The popular fairy tale, as recorded by the Brothers Grimm, ends with a colourfully clothed man entrancing hundreds of children with his music, leading them in a sort of hypnotic dance macabre out of the town of Hamelin, never to be seen again. And, rather disturbingly, there's historical evidence to say at least some of this story is true. There are multiple historical records which point towards the real disappearance of 130 children from the town in the year 1284. For example, the Lüneburg manuscript, which is dated to the mid-15th century, documents that on June 26, in the year 1284, a handsome, well-dressed man entered the town of Hamelin. It further states, he then began to play all through the town a silver pipe of the most magnificent sort. All the children who heard his pipe, in the number of 130, followed him to the east gate, and out of the town to the so-called execution place, or Calvary. There they proceeded to vanish, so that no trace of them could be found. The mothers of the children ran from town to town, but they found nothing. Folk stories and fairy tales often embellish and turn into legend real-life events, but you dread to think what actually happened to have caused this event to be recorded. There are some theories on the town of Hamelin's website. We read there, Werner Uffing and Werner Mesger conclude that the Hamelin children had the Black Plague and had to be led out of the town. Gottfried Leibniz explained that the children took part in a crusade to the Holy Land. Vincelius writes that the PiedPiper was the devil himself. Or maybe, and I think this is the most horrible possibility, the PiedPiper is not a metaphor. Perhaps he was a real person who really made those children disappear. Not to get too dark, but we have some pretty famous examples of cult leaders who also happen to be musicians. Maybe it's not too far-fetched to imagine that the PiedPiper is just another example of those. We may never know for sure what happened that fateful June day in the year 1284, but whatever the truth may be,